Fucking A. Alright, hey, are we ready for our next comedian? Alright. This next comedian, also very funny, also very talented. I didn't practice anybody's introductions, can you tell? Coming all the way from this table right in front of me, it's Chrissy!
Keep it going for Ann Buxton, everybody! Oh my goodness. Guys, I wake up, I get out of bed every day at 4:30 in the morning. Don't worry, it's because I have insomnia. I'm not better than you. But because I wake up so early, my whole perception of the day is so skewed, you know? Like, by the time most people are having lunch, I'm like settling in for the night, you know? I texted a guy the other day, "You up?" It was 9:30 in the morning. He was like, "Not yet." Any football fans here at
Yeah!
Thank God. No, of course, this is a Majestic, not a McMenamins. I'm not either. I'm not a football fan. But what is with the American obsession with measuring all lengths in terms of football fields? I think this is why I can't wrap my head around climate change statistics and stuff. They're always like, the plastic in the sea could wrap around 14,000 football fields. That means nothing to me. Tell it to me in a length I understand. How many CVS receipts is it? From here to the sun is 22 CVS receipts. I broke up with my boyfriend recently. But I've learned that if you tell people you broke up, but then they find out you had an open relationship, no one feels bad for you anymore. And it's like, hey, you know, my relationship had great paid time off. I still didn't want to get fired, you know. I'm sure we have a bunch of non-monogamy folks in the room, right? If you practice non-monogamy, you do sometimes get judgment. I've had people say to me "Oh, Christine, you just can't handle commitment." Does anybody get this? And I'm like, listen, first of all, you can absolutely have a committed partnership and still have external relationships. And two, yeah, I hate commitment. I do dabble on the apps, the dating apps occasionally. Tinder especially is hilarious to me, mainly because all the profiles are so similar. You know, there's 3 archetypes of dude on there, you know? My favorite one are the dudes that just their whole profile is just them listing their specs. They're just single, no kids, live alone, never married. I'm like, you're almost 40 and have no references? It's pretty sus. I did that joke at a McMenamin sports pub, and some guy was like, "So what? So what's wrong with that?" He had the same accent as the profile. I was like, "Sir, you're alone at a bar and you're drunk on Bud Light. Why don't you answer that question for yourself?" I think we can learn a lot from the animal kingdom. For example, did you know chimpanzees in the wild almost never masturbate? But chimpanzees in captivity masturbate almost all the time. What does that tell us? That the zoo has fantastic porn. I was watching porn the other day, and I got an ad that said, "Are you masturbating alone?" Who's answering no to that question? No, I'm just getting ready for a run. Gonna better myself. I think if you have porn on and you're not masturbating, it's just like an Office rerun. It's just comfort audio in the background. That's when you need to call someone. I like porn because I went to Catholic school. Yes, okay, I see we have a lot of current sluts in the room. Yeah, it's weird for me to embrace my sluttiness now as a former, like, big-time Catholic prude. Like, I wouldn't even go into the store Hot Topic. It was scary. That store was like a walking curse word. Which is funny now because I'm really good friends with Joe Capinos, who's like a walking Hot Topic. Catholic school is interesting. The names of Catholic schools, if you went to one or familiar, you'll know. Like a lot, they're weird. A lot are named after saints, but some schools are like really hyper-religious, kind of scary. I played sports against a school called Sacred Blood. I was like, is this a girls lacrosse team or a Pantera tribute band? Yeah, I like church though. I liked my church, I liked my school. I went to youth group. I actually went to my main youth group and then I went to 2 other youth groups. So like even then, poly. But I was like, because I went to 3 youth groups, I was signing triple the virginity pledges as everybody else. One summer, I was just drowning in paperwork. Yeah, growing up Catholic, you gotta unlearn stuff along the way and learn new things, you know. Like, okay, when I was younger, I could never understand how people had sex standing up. Like, listen, I was a virgin, but I was in AP Physics. So, like, the torque and the angles, I just couldn't figure it out. But it's, I just didn't have, like, a good understanding of sex and our bodies. So now that I'm a sexually active adult, I still have no idea. I think some of you are like, I have sex standing up all the time. I'm sure you do. But I can guarantee you one person in that equation is having a terrible time. I keep a hairy armpit. Does anybody else keep a hairy armpit? I keep a hairy armpit. My mom thinks I do it just to annoy her. But the real reason is that it's a litmus test, you know. Because if you think my armpits are too hairy, you're gonna hate the rest of my body. Like my father's ass. That's another thing where porn can kind of set unrealistic expectations, you know? Like, these buttholes in porn are just cute little, like, raspberry just puckers, you know? My butthole is like a coal miner. Like, you can tell it does a dirty job, you know? You can hose it off, but you can tell she's seen some rough shit. Alright, anyway, I talked a lot about sex. Sex is cool, but I also really love all the intimate ways we can have a connection with people. Like, I'm a big hugger. I love hugs. But like only if people want to hug, you know? Because I do have a problem with the non-consensual hug. This could be a really beautiful, intimate thing, but if you do it wrong, it you know, can go in another direction. Like the other day, I met someone, and it was like a manager at a restaurant that I just personally met, and I was like, hey Rich, nice to meet you, and I stuck out my hand for a handshake. And he was like, oh no, come here, I'm a hugger, and pulled me and my friend in for a hug. Why do we allow this? Why do we allow this? You can't just say you're a thing and then do that thing with impunity. You can't just be like, come here, I'm a licker. That's it for me. Give it up for Ann Thompson.
Everybody, hell yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I got babies. You can hear me get baby. I'm one of those weird sports queers.